Federico is an iOS engineer with a passion for Swift, minimalism, and design. When he's not busy automating all the things, he blogs and plays with his shiny toys. But you know, that's not much to go on, Federico. So tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, well, I think that description tells quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I'm an iOS developer. I've been doing this for about 5 years. The passion for automation actually is mostly a passion to not doing things manually. Because as you know, when you have to do the same thing like multiple times,
Mhm.
the first time is fine, the second time is kind of boring. The third time is when you start hating that thing.
Yep.
So instead of doing that, I'm like, okay, this is a great opportunity to do something to automate instead. And so because later on, you are kind of also have a pleasure in doing that thing over and over again because you're not doing it. You're just triggering something on your laptop and that will do it for you. And you don't have to worry about making mistakes and this kind of thing because computers don't make mistakes, right? we
Ideally.
don't have a, yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the main reason. And yeah, other things, I live in Bangkok. I'm far away from my hometown and I'm enjoying my time in Thailand for the moment.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's it. I'm quite
Where's
simple person.
Where's your hometown?
From Italy, and I
Oh,
come from a city called Vicenza. It's nearby Venice. You might know Verona as well because we have other conferences in Italy from there. And yeah, now I've been here for about 3 years,
oh wow.
and yeah, I'm enjoying my time in here.
Nice, nice. So what are you planning to talk about at UIKonf?
So the talk is around Swift scripting, and as you have noticed, probably I love automation, and it turned out that actually for developers we use scripting quite a bit, and that's great. Like we have things like fastlane and other scripts, but our project usually have more need, like more specific need for our own project to be automated in other ways that are specific exactly for our single project. So for those, we cannot use those more generic tools. We need something more customized for us.
Mhm.
And since we are already Swift developers, why not just write also the scripts in Swift?
Okay.
And that's the main reason for this talk.
Okay. So what are you hoping that your audience will take away from the talk?
Well, I hope that the next time they see something that is repetitive, something that they have to do for maybe multiple times a day, they can start thinking of how they can automate this for via Swift scripting,
Mhm.
and they hopefully they will see that this is not something that they need to be afraid of, but it's actually something very simple to do. And because we are already professional developers, so we already know how to code, and just we need to switch a little bit how we think about developing something that is not for an app but for a script. And then yeah, I hope they will see this as an opportunity to start writing scripts.
Mhm. So how did you get started writing scripts in Swift?
Um, Actually, the idea is that I've always been writing scripts since, I don't know, more than 10 years now.
Mhm.
And at some point, we have this new language called Swift, and that was amazing for developing apps. But as soon as this language has been launched, actually, people start using it also for other things like Swift on the server, etc., etc.
Mhm.
And when I was starting to get a handle of how to use this language, I was like, oh, wait, since I love scripting so much, why not use it also? Why not use Swift also for this? And I started doing this. I started with some proof of concepts at the beginning, and then I saw, yeah, it's not too bad. And now things are getting better and better thanks to the Swift Package Manager, for example. And yeah, I never stop.
Hmm. So how do you think it compares to other platforms from a robustness of the environment?
You mean the Swift language itself?
Well, so like one of the things that always struck me as great about scripting in Ruby, for example, is anytime you really want to do something, there's a package for that, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and
So yeah,
so I can almost always find something to help me do whatever it is I'm looking for.
true. Well, secretly, one of the reasons for my talk is also hoping that people will look at this talk and then say, oh, okay, awesome, let's do something. And first of all, they will look out on GitHub if we already have a package for that. And if they find one, awesome, then the work is done. But in case they don't, they will say, oh, let's write one ourselves.
Ah.
And later on, maybe they will think, oh, this is awesome for us, but maybe it's also useful for somebody else. So why not also open sourcing it? And so secretly, I'm hoping that thanks to this talk, people will start, this is also a way to spread the usage of Swift scripting, which will also bring us more packages and so more libraries. And so even if our environment is not as strong as Ruby or other languages, I hope that it will be at some point.
Yeah, well, yeah, it has to start somewhere, right?
Exactly, yes. And actually, even in this moment, there is quite a bit of packages out there. And so most of the time when I need to do something new and I'm like, okay, this is something that we can approach in some ways, I look at if somebody else already thought about that. And most of the time I can find something. And so we are not in like, it's not like we are in the desert where nobody else is there. We already have quite a bit of a nice environment.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Federico. It's been a real pleasure chatting with you, and I'm looking forward to your talk. As I'm in Seattle, it's probably going to be a little bit earlier in the day for me, but not quite so early as you in Thailand. But it will be pretty exciting.
Yeah,
I do an awful lot of scripting, and so it'll be great to maybe do a little bit of some of that in Swift.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jeff, for this opportunity. And I hope you enjoy the talk. And I hope to see you then.
Excellent.
Okay. Bye.